Peace, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Powerby7 Marketing. I'm your host today, Jose G. Zelaya. And today, I want to get right into my message. This week's message is accountability. And the reason why I want to start my message with accountability is because in today's time, the opportunities are endless. You can do anything your mind or anything your heart desire. For the simple fact is that even what I'm doing right now, I'm simply just dropping a message, hopefully that it motivates, some people out there that are here want to hear this message and are feeling the same way. So the reason I picked accountability this week is because I believe that anybody who is starting to be an entrepreneur, self-employed, or is in the middle of your run, or you've already achieved, success, there's one thing that you always have to keep in mind is accountability. The reason being is because the more accountable you put yourself when you're going through these situations, then you'll understand that you're the problem and as well you are the solution. So there's nobody else that you can run to. There's not an HR anymore, there's not a manager anymore, there's not a supervisor anymore, there's not a co-worker anymore. It is only you. In the beginning, this is where you're gonna be. I've been there before too, and now I'm slowly now picking up and getting great partners, building relationships, learning to see who I can work with because of my type personality. As I became to be an entrepreneur, I realized what kind of personality I am. So with that being said, I've learned how to deal with other personalities. I'm a type A personality. I'm very aggressive when it comes to certain things. Uh, and so therefore, that's why I was very successful when I was doing sales, because once I learned the product, I knew how to, use my skills, and the Most High has also blessed me with a mouthpiece. So I'm taking advantage of my full gifts. Regardless of what handicaps I have, I'm taking advantage of my full gifts. Because the last thing I want to be is, if the Father allowed me to reach a certain age, the last thing that I want to be is someone who says, I didn't. But I want to definitely be remembered as somebody who said, man, he did it. He did it. And you know why? It's because I put myself accountable. If for whatever reason there's no increase in my business, or I'm not learning anything new to help myself to be better for my business, then therefore that's my fault. Okay? One of my favorite books that I've read through my path of entrepreneurship is 10X. 10X is a book that I highly recommend for anybody who is in that rut where you don't know where to go, left or right. But once you realize that you're the solution, then you'll know which direction to go. 10X goes into detail about put yourself accountable, be accountable. So for instance, one of the reasons that I love that book is there's a story in the book, and he's talking about there was a car accident. There you go. It was a car accident. So what happened was he asked a question. He's all, who would you blame? Would you blame the person? Let's say that it's not your fault. Would you blame the person? Okay? Or would you blame yourself? And most people will blame the other person because we as natural people, that's the first thing we tend to do. We always want to make sure that we're not at fault at anything. But in reality, we are. Because the story goes to say is, what about if you were 5 minutes late? What about if you would have left earlier? What about if you would have moved out the way? There's other things to consider. And that's what accountability is. Really dig deep. When I started digging deep, that's when I started realizing what my real full potential is. There's so much opportunity out here. There's so much opportunity out here, especially with the internet, the way that these apps are working, the way you can connect across the world. There's nothing that you cannot, there's nothing that's going on seen now. There's hardly any mysteries anymore. So the mystery about, being at a 9 to 5, that's a decision you're making. If you're not happy, Truly, truly find what your happy is. Because then you'll start taking accountability. Then you'll start realizing, you know what? If I would have done this, this would have happened. So instead of saying, I wish, now start doing it. Be accountable. And you know what? We all make mistakes. I make mistakes every day. I'm still learning every day because there's a goal that I'm reaching. There's a goal that I'm looking at. It's focused. You can see the board behind me. You know, I take a look at these things daily. And that's something that I suggest you too. You write down your goals. You write down what is it that you need to do to reach your goals. Nobody else is going to help you with that. Only you. Start being accountable. Write down your goals. Write down the things that you need to change about yourself. Write down the errors that you no longer want to commit. And again, be accountable. I highly recommend you read 10x. There'll be a description below to if you want to purchase the book. It's a great book. Please have it in your library. I would say pick it up. You know, it's been great talking with you guys today about accountability. You know, and also too, if you see me that I'm not doing anything, let me know, because it's okay. It's okay with me. You know, we all need to be criticized. We all should be able to take it. One thing about business, remember this: don't be sensitive. Okay, especially if someone's telling you, hey, you know what? Have you considered doing this with your business? Consider it. Don't knock it down. No negativity. No negativity. And be accountable. And watch what happens. Watch what happens in your life of entrepreneurship. It's only sky's the limit at that point. Expand your mind. Be accountable. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. You can also contact me in my email. And also, once my website is complete, then you can go ahead and schedule a call with me as well. But if you want to schedule a call with me, please go ahead and leave me a message. Send me an email. You can also text me. In the link below, descriptions below, you will also see my Snapchat, my Facebook, my Instagram. So there's several ways you can get in contact with me. Okay, again, my name is Jose G. Zelaya. I hope you're having a powerful day. And thank you for coming to visit Powerb7 Marketing. Peace.